Hey Artnerds, today we're taking a look at the Pentel Color Shades Writing Pack. And I was initially drawn to this pack due to the vibrant blue color, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kinda hoping that the lead in the included mechanical pencil would be sky blue to match the pencil itself. So these are available in black, lime green, pastel pink, sky blue, and pastel perfect. And I guess they're perfect for anybody who's looking to coordinate their art supplies or their stationery supplies. So included in this pack are the Energel X, the RSVP, the WOW, the Clic Erase, and a Hi Polymer block eraser. So you get 2 pens, 1 pencil, and 2 different erasers. And according to Amazon and the back of the package, the Energel X liquid gel pen provides smooth, vivid, fast drying, no smear writing. The RSVP ballpoint pen is great for long, smooth writing sessions. WOW mechanical pencil features a triangular barrel that won't roll off desks. Clic Eraser performs latex-free erasing without scuffing, smearing, or tearing your paper. And Hi Polymer block eraser never dries out or cracks and erases cleanly without smearing, scuffing, or tearing paper. And you can get the Sky Blue pack, which is the pack we're looking at today, for the laughable price of $16.72 on Amazon. I promise that's not what I paid. You can get the Pastel Pink set for around $5, which definitely seems more appropriate. There are 6 total pieces in this little set: 1 mechanical pencil, 2 pens, a Clic Eraser, and a Hi Polymer eraser. And generally, I really like Pentel's offerings, and I think they're a high quality, affordable stationery company. I used to use RSVP pens in the past, and I love the Hi Polymer and Clic Erasers and regularly recommend them here on the channel and to other artists. I'm a bit disappointed that the WOW doesn't seem to include colored lead. That would be such a fun touch. The packaging is pretty simple. It's blister packed, cardboard and plastic. This would have been a great opportunity for a reusable plastic sleeve to keep everything together. So, the Hi Polymer and Clic Eraser. Both of them have blue colored eraser. Generally, the Clic Erase and HiPolymer have softer white erasers. I wonder how this will affect erasability. And I'm going to have to conduct a side-by-side test, so keep an eye out for that. The blue erasers seem more plasticky than white vinyl. And you know, you won't be able to buy a blue refill, so if you bought this set because it's cute and matchy-matchy, you're not going to be able to find that refill. So here are our Hi Polymer and Clic Erasers side by side for a little quick comparison. Other than some surface color issues with the Clic Eraser, not much is different. I do like the clear barrel, and you can buy other colored Clic Erasers if you just love this fun color and you want it in other colors. I know you can also buy different colors of the Hi Polymer erasers as well. I'll have a link down in the description, but you know, my heart still belongs to the good old white vinyl eraser. It's hard to beat a classic like that. And of course, they extend and retract with a ratcheting action, which is really helpful when erasing. And as I mentioned earlier, the blue Hi Polymer eraser definitely feels more plasticky, more cheap erasery, more this is probably going to smeary than their normal white vinyl eraser. Now, if you're interested in learning what I use on a regular basis as a comic artist, I've got a link in the description and in the cards to what's in my pencil case in 2020. So for the pens, generally on this channel, I don't talk about ballpoint pens. I'm just not really a fan. I'm going to test the writability and how much these smears, but the focus today is mainly on the erasers and the pencils. So at the top we have the RSVP and at the bottom is the inner gel. The top RSVP is your typical standard ballpoint pen. They haven't changed a whole lot in the 20 years since I used to use them religiously in 5th grade. The bottom one is a gel pen, and I do actually like gel pens quite a bit better than ballpoint pens. Even if I don't talk about them on the channel too much, you will see me use them from time to time. Both have back click advancements and rubberized grips. The RSVP was a standard workhorse for school when I was growing up. I remember it being easy and faithful as a writer with few of the problems I saw in cheaper ballpoint pens. I felt super fancy writing my 5th grade essays with an RSVP. The grip is rubberized but not particularly cushy. So the Energel X, as I mentioned, is a gel pen, and Japan and Pentel make really nice gel pens. So I'm not sure how this is going to differ too much from the RSVP. It will be interesting to compare the two. Like I said, it's very similar to the RSVP, just slightly more stylish. Both have rubberized grips, plastic clips, and are back advanced. And you guys would not believe how much a tongue twister these scripts are. Speaking of script, you guys will be able to find a transcript of this review down in the description below, as well as links. So if you missed anything important, you'll find it down in the description. You'll also find links to my other a link to the mechanical pencil reviews playlist, and that's going to have all my mechanical pencil reviews if you're looking for one that's right for you. And typically these reviews are focused on a writing component as well as a drawing component. So this is my first time with a Pentel Wow, but I have reviewed a lot of different Pentel pencils. It does have a triangular body. It's fairly stylish. It flares out a bit in the back. The rubberized grip is similar to the Energel and the RSVP, and it's back advanced, which means you clickety-clack the back. It's not going to be prone to rolling off the desk, and they don't include any lead refills on this one, which is kind of unusual because usually Pentel includes lead refills. And it does seem to be comparable to the Pilot Color Eno, or the G2, or the Bic Velocity, and I've reviewed those on this channel as well if you're interested in checking them out. So just a standard, steady, workhorse sort of mechanical pencil that could be good for drawing or for school use. So next, we're going to take a look at the writing test, and I'm going to review all of the writing implements for this, and that meowsing in the background is Bo demanding a snack roll. And that reminds me to say that if you guys enjoy the work I do here on this channel, one great way you could support that is by joining me over on Patreon at patreon.com/natosoup. So here is the Bic Velocity at the top, then the Pentel Wow, and then the Pilot Color Eno. And the Pilot Color Eno has seen a lot of use down there at the bottom because it's one of my daily driver pencils. I use this pencil all the time, and even though it's a plastic body mechanical pencil, I find that they don't wear out super quick, and they can take a lot of use. Like I said, I use these all the time, especially at conventions where I might be drawing for like 10 hours a day non-stop. But you guys can see they are just pretty basic pencils. Plastic body, clear with a clutch mechanism, nothing too fancy. The plastic is good in that your pencil will break before your hand will break. And I know we don't want our pencils breaking, but those metal drafting pencils will break your hand before they break. And I speak from sad experience since I have early onset arthritis from using heavy metal drafting pencils all through SCAD. So that's one of the reasons I review mechanical pencils now, is I want to help artists find good mechanical pencils. If you're like me and you hate stopping what you're doing, stopping the workflow to sharpen constantly, and you like using small colored leads, or you're a student and you can't constantly get up, I enjoy reviewing mechanical pencils to help you guys find the pencil that's going to be right for you and is going to bring out the best in your drawing without causing excessive hand fatigue. So from left to right, we have the Hi Polymer Eraser, we have the Pentel Clic Erase, we have the Energel X, we have the RSVP, and we have the Pentel Wow. So we've got 2 erasers, 2 pens, and 1 mechanical pencil. So now that we've taken a look at the materials themselves and talked about the packaging, let's dive into the writing test, starting with the Energel X. I found it to be a good writer, smooth, easy to write with, and comfortable. It does smear a little. The ink is darker than I expected, but it's a really fun color. In general, this is a comfortable pen to use and could be good for long writing sessions. Now, it promises no smearing, and it does smear, so you do want to let it dry a little, and this might not be such a great pen for lefties who have trouble with a lot of smearing. Next up is the RSVP, and it's fairly typical for a ballpoint pen. Slightly waxy ink, not as nice as the Energel. It also smears a little. I think my childhood memories stem from the fact that my mom used to buy really cheap Bic pens, actually she still does, and the RSVP felt like pure luxury compared to how awful that was. Yeah, you know, if you've been using RSVP for years and you like them, that's great. But if you're new to them, I would say skip the RSVP and just go straight for the Energel X. It's a much better writer. So next up, the Wow. It's fairly comfortable to hold for writing. I'm always a fan of Pentel's lead quality, so no complaints there. The triangular body definitely takes some getting used to. For some folks, it might be more ergonomic. For me, I just can't ever really get a comfortable grip on the thing. So if we're going to do a writing test, we should do an erasing test. Surprisingly, there were no erasing problems. Let's see if any pop up during the drawing test. Dear Pentel, please make light blue, pink, and lavender leads. You already make red and dark blue, and you have a customer in me. So for the drawing test, we're going to start with a colored lead underdrawing, and then we're going to move on to a graphite sketch test. And this is important because some pencils eat up my expensive imported lead like nobody's business. So that is definitely something I'm looking for. I'm looking for breakages. I'm looking for it being really hard on softer leads, and I'm looking for some give in the feed. So the triangular shape facilitates light sketching. There's a broad area to rest my finger on and guide the sketch. The lead did break a few times from the pressure, maybe not enough given the feed, but this is pretty common with the two pencils most comparable to this one, the Pilot G2 and the Bic Velocity. Otherwise, it's kind of unremarkable as a sketching pencil. It handles a lot like its competition. If you're having trouble finding Pilot's G2 or the Color Eno, or if you're having trouble finding the Bic Velocity and you can find the Wow, then go for the Wow. But like I said, Pentel makes a lot of different pencils. This one is really more bare bones than some of the other ones they offer. Speaking of other Pentel reviews, I've reviewed several other Pentel mechanical pencils here on this channel. Now, all of the mechanical pencils that I review have been purchased by me or loaned to me by a friend, or I borrowed them from a friend. So generally when I complain about cost, it's coming from a I paid for this point of view. I don't think good mechanical pencils need to be expensive. In fact, some of my favorites are very inexpensive. So that's always something I'm looking at and something I'm considering, since if you're buying these pencils for school use, especially if you're a teacher and you're expected to supply your class with pencils, which y'all, I feel you, they expect me to do that too. You need something that's affordable, and if it happens to disappear, it's no great loss. Now, when I'm done reviewing pencils, the ones I absolutely love end up in my Daily Driver pencil case, which I have a tour of that here on the channel. The ones that are good but just not better than what I'm already using end up in my class supplies for my students to use. So when I'm teaching drawing and comic classes, I try to give them or allow them to use supplies comparable to what I use myself. So as I already mentioned, not bad as a sketcher, but also just kind of unremarkable. So next up, we're going to go over this with graphite. So we remove the non-photo blue lead and use the lead that's already inside the barrel, since this is a great test for Pentel's lead. And Pentel makes high polymer lead in a variety of hardnesses. I'm an HB and B kind of gal, but you gotta find what works for you. And the lead in this pencil's all right, definitely school worthy, dark enough but not so dark that if you were to run a Scantron through the machine, do they even use Scantron still? If you were to run a Scantron through the machine, that dark lead would bounce the light back. I did poorly on a couple tests because I used a B instead of an HB, and then I had a teacher who was like, you should have known better than that. So that's why I pointed out, it can get you. Alright, so there was some hand fatigue, but really more from my drawing position than from the pencil itself. The pencil is lightweight and doesn't cause additional hand stress, which is good. As I mentioned earlier, I have early onset arthritis in my hands from using those heavy metal drafting pencils for years. So avoiding additional hand stress is really important, especially if you plan on writing all day or drawing all day, which is one of the reasons I mentioned these for school use. Now, I do wish the WOW had a more comfortable grip, and I'm still on the lookout for a plastic body Pentel with a comfort grip. So if you guys have found any, I've found the icy and the plastic bodies that use that same rubberized icy grip. But if you guys have found any really squishy grips on a Pentel, let me know what model down in the comments below, because I would like to check it out. mechanical pencil reviews are such a fun opportunity to make up OCs. I always end up drawing fantasy characters, which is kind of unusual for me since, you know, Lilliputians are usually where I top out when it comes to fantasy. So, all right, what about the verdict? What do we think of this pack? So let's talk about the individual products. The Energel X. This is indeed a smooth writing pen. The advanced action has a satisfying clip. The grip is more for grip than for comfort. The RSVP. Pentel definitely has better pen options available. The RSVP sort of feels like filler. Not much has changed with this pen over the 2 decades since I've last used it. It's kind of a snooze fest. The color is cute, but the writing is pretty mediocre. And this does seem to be a unique pen colorway for this particular pen. The Pentel Wow. In Pentel's usual lineup, it doesn't really stand out. Pentel makes such a wide array of useful, affordable, and accessible mechanical pencils, the Wow kind of gets lost in the crowd. It's not bad, but it's not worth buying the set for. I haven't seen Wow for sale outside of this pack, but if you have, let me know down in the comments. So for RSVP, the ballpoint pen, a pack of 12, it's $16.93 on Amazon. For the Wow mechanical pencil, a pack of 3 is $7.15 on Amazon. The Energel X and refills for this are available. 2 packs, slightly different than what you guys see here. $2.99 on Amazon. The Clic Erase colors comes in a pack of 3 with 3 different colors for $5.99 on Amazon. And Hi Polymer Eraser is the colorful one, so you get like a bunch of different colors. A pack of 6 is $5.99 on Amazon. And apparently Pentel makes an energized mechanical pencil using the Energel body, so I'll have to keep a lookout for that. So this definitely felt like a whirlwind review. We reviewed 6 products in one go. Now, only the pencil was fairly in-depth, but 2 of them were pretty similar to existing Pentel products that I talk about a lot here on this channel. I hope you guys found this useful, helpful, and informative. Bowie says hi, and to make sure you click the like button so more people can find reviews like this one. And if you're a teacher and you're on the lookout for great pencils for your classes, let me know down in the comments below. I always like to know who watches these videos and who these videos actually help. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon.